Hello everyone. Hello, what's up? Sorry for keeping you waiting. There's something came up, so I have to delay the stream a little bit. But now we are here. And we're gonna learn about basic things about bodies when you're drawing. This is not like what you should do when you're drawing. It's about like basic things that if you know, you can draw better, and you will understand about these arts, or like paper arts, or like sculpture much better. And it doesn't mean that if you're not like fitted to this average, the proportions or things like that, it doesn't mean that you're wrong. It's everybody has like different bodies, right? So it's not something about wrong. It's about like much more like, how can I say, many people think that this is beautiful, or like most of people, or like I don't know, maybe average is maybe too much. But yeah, I wanted to say that if you don't, even though if you don't fit in this, proportion, it's not like you're ugly or something. You guys are all beautiful and pretty and handsome, so don't worry about it. Even I don't fit with this, proportion. You will know if you learn after this. So that's all I wanted to say. And so what we are gonna learn about is a proportion of head and proportion of bodies, which is and the male and female. Hello. Hello, cat sensei. hello. So it's a bit different. There are like, if you see auto money, what is it? What? Oh, what? You break me, Oracle. What was it? Anatomy. Yeah, I was the anatomy. If you see anatomy, there are like difference between like a women and men. So we'll see about that. And to begin with, I think it'll be much better to start with the whole body. So we'll talk about that first, and we will see about women's anatomy first. We'll learn about only about like proportion. So it won't be something like crazily difficult, something like that. Okay, let's like this. So here we go. So when we are talking about proportion, it'll be so the head from head, we'll call it as 1. Is it too bright? Too dark maybe? Okay, let's go like this. Hello, Ray. Hello, what's up? And the BGM is on, right? Yeah, it's on. So we will think head as 1. And from head to about to like chest. It's not exactly here, but it's actually over here. But anyway, we will see as number 1 too. So if you try to measure from like the size, it'll be 1 each. So it's like see the hat size is like 1. Here's also 1. And from chest is where this where here is, right? It's a nipple place. Have fun on you? How about I'm good. So it's a nipple place. And from here, chest to waist, this is where that when you look at the women's like drawing, usually they're like this, right? Chest is over here, and there will be like lower body. This is the what is it like? Where the how can I say? Like the thinnest part of your upper body. You never place, yeah. I think man was also the same. Anyway, this is the the thinnest body of your upper body, and from here we call it waist, right? We can call it like a waistline, and from waist to here. No, is it here? Actually, it should be middle of crotch. Yeah. And from like middle of the crotch, middle of the coochie. This is also 1. And from coochie. So this part. So until now, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the half of the body, right? So from here to here, it's also 4. So it's like if you want to cut body into half, it'll be something like this. But unlike men, women, when they put the lower half, they include the heel height. So it's not on the ground. It includes the heel. So make women taller than her actual height. And so for the arms, from here to here, it's actually 1-1. It's not like you don't have to care about the head. Let's just look. If you just look at arm, the half will be here. And but the thing is, when you're drawing, it'll be 0.9 and 1.1 because so back in days it was like 1, but now it's 0.9 and 1.1 because people think that this is much pretty. And it's also same with the leg, from here to here. In the middle, it'll be like, so in the back in days it'll be 101, but now it's 0.9 and 1.1. And what is it? And so but there are some differences between Asian people and Western people. Asian people has longer upper leg bone, so the lower will be shorter, and this is for Asian. And for Western, it will be, so here upper thigh will be shorter and lower leg will be longer. Does it look long? I don't know. And I think it is same with the arm also. So yeah, that's for like basic things. And also the hand size, or when you're drawing women. So unlike men covers like, hand will cover like half of the head, but women it'll be smaller. And if we want to like draw cute kawaii girls like JP style, you can make hands smaller, like tiny. Because if you make hands more smaller, people think that it'll be much more cute, and people will think that that's much more like baby hands. So that's why it's also same with the feet also. So in the past, long time ago in China, they had what's this in English? They had a culture called I know in English, but they had Chinese foot binding. So when girls are very young, they cover their feet with kind of like clothes, and they cover it very tight. So usually if you look at feet, it'll be like this, right? There'll be, feet nails and so. But when you're doing Chinese foot binding, they make like this. Which means that you bend the toes to the, up lower lower foot. So if you see front, toes will be, flipped under the lower part of foot. And if you do that, you cannot run fast, you cannot walk properly. You will be walking like, I don't know, maybe like Marilyn Monroe. And they thought it was pretty. And they did this also because they didn't want women to run away from that. Want to run away from men. But it's just a past custom, so it doesn't happen nowadays, modern days. So you don't have to worry about it. And what else will be something kind of interesting? Oh, if you compare with men, you'll see some difference also. And so man is also same. The head will be one. From head to chest, this here's also nipple part. Nipple part of man will be also one. And like women, the thinnest place, waistline will be also one. And from here to here, this will be also one. And difference between man and woman is here. This line is longer than women. And also this under part is same, like 1, but nowadays they put it like 0.9 and 1.1, and arms are saying 0.9 and 1.1. And the to make it the man muscular, yeah, you can make shoulder very large, but also you can make hand bigger than women. So usually men's hand covers like half of the face, so it'll be like if they want to cover face like whole face, they can use two hands to cover their face, right? But if they want to, they can make it bigger. If the artists want to, they can make it bigger. And so for foot size, it's mixed. Men and women are same. The length of foot is same as length of the head. So if this is 1, this is also 1. Yeah, that'll be the things. And but I said like they're like proportional 1, 1, 1, 1 and 0.9 and 1.1, right? But this is for the draw when you're drawing like real human, like classic arts. They used to draw like men and women realistically, right? So these are for like realistic styles. And if you moved if you move to like casual style, it can be changed. So I told you that from the upper body to lower body is same, right? The length is same, but some artists draw like the legs much more longer than the upper body, or some does make shorter than the head. It should be actually now it's also a little bit small because so if head from here to here is 1, it should be 2.5. It should be, I think it was 2.5, and will be, I think it's 2. The 1 head, 2 head, it'll be 2 like this. So it became like casual style, right? And so for casual style, there are like two types, like Japanese animation or webtoon, or Disney or Pixar style. This style will be kind of similar to realistic. This will be something like very exaggerating. For like men, they make shoulder really broad and make lower body very very small. And women, they usually make it like very very skinny, right? Everything skinny, or make it like booba big. And also, so I told you that here are nipple place, right? And if you check the middle of the crotch, was it crotch or belly button? Let me check. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it's also same with here, but anyway. If you check belly button, these two lengths are same. So it'll be like a parallel. So yeah, these are like things that if you know, you will know much about better art. And also if you so when you're making shoulder very broad, you also have to make neck thick also. So more broader, more thicker. And for women, you can make neck very thinner than the usual people. It's about like your flavor, your taste. And for the let's go to the hat part. For hat part, I think this is it okay, it's hi Lucario, hi. For hat, it's much easy. It's much easy. We can make in like 3. So this is your forehead, where you don't have hair. From here, you have your hair. Growing your hair, spiky or straight or curly. So from head to eyebrow, this is 1. From eyebrow to nose, edge of the nose, end of the nose, it'll be 1. From nose to your chin, it's 1. And from here and the chin, if you look at the here, this will be 1. So this will be seam length. No, it wasn't this. From nose to lip, this is 1, and bottom of lip to the chin, this is 1. And this is usually for like men. And if you're drawing woman, you can make lower chin much more shorter, like 0.9 to 1. Because when you're looking at babies, they have big eyes, they have very big forehead, but they have a really, really small chin. So they adopt this to women's face. Because they want to make women cute and young and pretty and like babies. Anyway, so for the eye size, it depends on your flavor, your taste, but usually it's like half of the nose. And for women, from eyebrow to the eyes, here it's very broader than the men. So women, if the woman is like this, man will be like this. So the length will be shorter. This is they adopted the Western like white people, Caucasian, things like that. Those kinds of people, because they think that like if uh the length between the eyebrow and eye is much more shorter, they think that's kind of very masculine. And for the nose length, I told you it's one, right? But for women, they can make it shorter because again, baby has short nose, baby has small nose, right? So they adapt this to women drawing. And for ear, usually you put ear from like eyes to nose. This is like basic space for the ear size. But if you want to, you can make smaller or you can make it bigger. Like if you are drawing elf, you can make it like big. Or if you want to, you can make it like shorter, very small ears. Depends on how you want to draw. And this is side, but in the middle. This is middle of the front and side. I usually had like difficulty when drawing, so if we cut in half, it'll be something like this, right? And so usually when I'm drawing, when I was learning, I had difficulty finding like how much the size I should make, the length. And what you can do is just use the same as size as here. You can think like you put eyes, one more eyes, this eyes into here. Why this eye is because if you turn your head, this eyes will become like more shorter and shorter. And it is so true because if you look at this and if you turn around, you can see that this eye is becoming like shorter, right? The size is becoming so shorter. That's why. And if you feel it like this, it's also same. It becomes much more shorter. Ooh. What else? So also this is also a very short, like very quick little tip. And so for hat, when you're drawing hat, you draw like this, right? This is neck and this is head. But if you want to draw him like much better, you have to make this back of the head very longer than usual. Because it gives you much more, makes you much more pretty. And what else? Much more like three-dimensional. But I saw the meme that people like especially Western people like this because they don't want to. If they say like your head is very big, it means like you have very big No, it wasn't something else. It wasn't like a big hat. Anyway, it was something like if you have like this kind of hat, it makes you, and if you say something about this, it will say like you're not intelligent enough, you're stupid or something like that. And it was very funny. Because so if you see Asian skulls, the back of their skull is not very wide. While if you see like white people, it'll be much more longer. So this is they're like genetics. It's their usual things. So it was funny. It was funny for me because it's just they were born like this. Why they're like saying that they don't like it? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, it was kind of funny for me. What else? Oh, so also when you're drawing the side of the hat, if you cut in half, so if you draw it realistically, the place of your ear is a little bit back from the half. When you're drawing, you put this ear to the most of the time like half of the your hat, because they don't want their cheek to be longer, broader. So they try sometimes some people they make it like much shorter like this, and they put the chin like this. And this part becomes, much bigger than usual human, right? But they do it because they think that that's much more pretty. But it also depends on your art style. If you want to draw like, average anatomy of like human body, you can put this back to here. Or if you want to draw it like you draw outside, you can put it like in front of the half. It depends on your taste. And or here. Right now it's very sharp, and the nose is coming like up, right? If you draw like this, it'll be much more like feminine style nose. But if you want to draw like, masculine style nose, it'll be something like this. So, what is it? The length from eyebrow to eye, if it becomes like much more longer, if it becomes longer, it'll be much more like feminine, and if it becomes like much more shorter, it'll be more like masculine. Because I told you at the front, right? If the eyebrow from like eyes, the length it becomes like shorter, it's much more like masculine. And if it is other side, is on the other hand, if it becomes like broader, longer, it becomes like feminine style. And actually, when you're watching nose, your nose shape from the side will be like this. So there is like a little bit of like bones on it, so it'll be something like bounce and going down. So this is actual nose, but when you're drawing like casually, it'll be like very, very straight, right? And also, if you use this style into drawing, it'll be much more like masculine. So feminine nose, they don't draw like this. They rather draw like a very round or just short and sharp. And actually, this kind of nose also shows in Japanese animation and for like man characters also. Like, we recently saw Bubble, right? I think Bubble has like similar art style or like savory art style. It's also like, I think it's much more similar to that. They don't draw a nose like this. They usually like, do you know the Spirited Away of, Yubaba, the witch? Looked very scary. She had like eyes and face like this and like something like that, and hair was like, it's too high. Like this, right? In Korea, we call it poopy hair because it looks like poopy. Anyway, she looked like this, and her nose, I think her nose from side was like this, right? I cannot remember correctly because it's been a while that I saw it. It's much more like crooked nose, I think. I think I can describe like that. So her nose was kind of like this. This is like a usual nose for witches. Like especially bad witches. So if you wonder why her nose is crooked like this, it's based on from the actual nose of a human. Because they have bones over here, make it crook. And when I was young, I thought there was something wrong about me because my nose wasn't like straight as like how can I say, like celebrities, they have like very straight nose, I think. And it can be natural, but it can be also because of the plastic surgery. And I didn't know that. So I think there was like, my nose is crooked because I broke my nose and I didn't know. That's what I think when I was young. And also, we can talk about the lips size. And if you draw eyes, your pupil will be in the middle, right? The pupil size will be like 1/3 of this length. And when you're drawing eyes, so your actual pupil will be bigger than your actual pupil will be bigger than when you open your eyelids. Or some artists make it like very small pupil. Or so there will be like white over here and pupil goes up like this. It depends on what kind of character that you want to draw, but usually the pupil will be covered by eyelids. If you draw pupils, like if you show pupils like this, it'll be something like, I don't know, like kind of weird. And if you like make eyes more broader, like this, it'll be something like you're very surprised or very scared. If you want to make expression, you can do like that. But usually you have to cover like upper and the lower of the pupil. And if you draw, so usually the size will be 1/3, right? Eyeball size, the pupil size. But if you draw more than like 1/3, it'll be looking something like a fish. I don't know why. I never saw a fish. Yeah, you know what? I know so a fish eyes, or it'll be something like this, right? But I don't know why it becomes like fish eyes. I know why, but I kind of don't understand. So it was when I was learning drawing. My teacher told me like, why are you drawing like your eyeball, the character's eyeball like big? And I was like, is there something wrong? And she said like, if you draw like 1/3 of the sides, it will be looking like a fish. And I was like, and I was like, okay, then I will make it smaller. Well, anyway, it depends on, and if you cover pupils, whole of your eyeballs, it'll become alien. Like this. And you know what? I actually had a nightmare recently, and in my dream I saw a person who was her, and I don't know whether it was woman or man, and that person had like this kind of eye. So pupil was all covered by, was like all covering the eyeballs. Anyway, it was kind of scary. I don't like this kind of eyes. I know why. I know why I dreamed like this. Because recently I saw a horror movie, and in the horror movie there was a character looked like this. It was Korean horror movie, and I think it was a ghost. It was ghost, and then she had like this kind of eyes. So scary. Lushy. So I told you that if you... Hey yo, why aren't you moving? You know what? I'm gonna take on one more hat. Wire is small now. If you turn your eyes head left or right, the size of this eyeball, this eye, becomes smaller, right? And it depends on the angle, but let's say this is front, and this is front, this is side. I'll call it 0 degree, and this to be like 90 degree. From side, it'll be looking like this, right? And also, you know what? There's like a fun kind of story that I learned when I was in middle school. Aliens, yeah, it was really scary alien eyes. And so if you see eyes like this from side, it'll be looking like alphabet capital A, right? And so, and for vitamin A, is it the right spelling? I don't know about the spelling. And A, if you see A from side, it looks like eye, right? So vitamin A is good for eyes, and because A, when you think about A, you can think about apple, right? Apple has vitamin A, so these are all related. That's how I learned how to memorize what vitamin A is good for the body when I was learning in the middle school. Anyway, that was side story. So let's move on. Mm. So from front to side, the eye will be like this or this. Depends on like which eye is it, like which way did you tilt it. And so it has told you that this shape of eyes becomes very short and long. Depends on like how you tilt your eyes, your face. So it'll be something like this. So here, let's call here A and let's call here B. So this is A, this is B. So this will be B, right? So also here, this is A and this is B. So A will be stay where there is, and B will become more, it will go up more, and the length will become more shorter. This is how it changes when you move your head to side. Let's say if you're looking at eyes like this. So here will be A, right? And here will be B. Here will be A. Here will be B. So if you draw a line, this part of B becomes much more like goes up, goes higher, right? And so you have to memorize this, right? You have to memorize this, but when I was studying, I can see it. I can see it from like when I using like 3D model I've had. I can see it like it changes. I can see the change. But the thing is, even though I see it, even though I see the truth, I couldn't understand it. I couldn't understand why it's going on. Why is it happening? I don't know. It looks like wrong. It doesn't look like true. It doesn't look like fact. So I was really confused at that time. But now I just memorize it. Okay, if you turn your head or side to side, this part of our eyes goes up and this part goes like down and blah blah blah. And actually, where is it? When you tilt like this, so if the eye is here, this part of eyes goes up a little bit go up. So it's a how can I say? There was a word for it. I forgot it in like any language. Ah. Hmm. I think I can say it's because curvature. Because our face is very. It's not like, it's not square, right? Our head is not square. Our head is round, oval shaped, and here you see the skull, it'll be something like this, actually. So our head is very round and have like lots of curves on our head, on our face, and like back of our head, and then, like in the top and the bottom also. So that's why, because it's curved. That's why the eyes, size changes, eyes going up and down, and so you also can draw, if you want to draw like head like tilted like this, or or well, there is two now. Get out of my screen. No. Like this. You know what the funny thing? I don't know, maybe it won't be funny for you. If you see like that, this is high angle. This is low angle. So high angle is like, if there is a person like this, and if this is ground, you are seeing the person from underground. And this, your eye is here, and you're looking at the person under you. So this is high angle and this is low angle. And you know what? I still don't understand. I think this two will be changed. This two has to be changed. I think this is low angle and I think this is high angle. But the truth is this is high angle and this is low angle. Anyway, if you want to draw high angle face, your forehead will become shorter and your eyes here will be round, and the lower eyelids will be also like this, round like this. Again, it's because our face is curved, and the nose length will become much more shorter, and the chin length will become more longer. And over here, the space between nose and upper lip will become much more shorter also. And you can see it from 3D also. So if you move, all the lengths are becoming like different. Like some are becoming shorter, some are becoming longer. And you can do it by your face. You can do it by your head. And for here, if it's low angle, you can see that the forehead becomes longer, right? And meanwhile, the chin becomes shorter, and nose also becomes shorter, and eyes will be like this. So if this one eyes look like this, it'll be something like this. So his part will be much more like wider and round. Here will be less wide. I mean less shape, less curved. It'll be something like it depends on our style, or you can just draw like straight line and gives a little bit curve on the bottom. Or if you want to be realistic, you can make curve like this, and gives much more curve on the bottom. So these are like a difference because of in French it was deformation, in English what was it? It'll be stylized art style. Oh, in French it was deformation. It was deformation. And what else? Oh, the space between eyebrow and eye. I think it was for high angle. I think it was going wider, and if you make it low angle, it becomes more shorter. If it becomes shorter, it becomes wider. So these two are opposites. So if you remember one, you don't have to remember other one. You just need to make it opposite. And also the ears. If you look at ears, if you look at it like a front, of the head, I told you that the ear space is between, or you can put it like on the eyebrow. You can put it like eyebrow. It can be between like ear should be pasted between eyebrow or eye, from eyebrow to nose or eye to nose. But if it's a lower angle or high angle, it changes. As you can see, here's the eyebrow, here's nose. It goes up. It's top of the ear goes higher than the eyebrow, and the bottom of the ears goes higher than the nose. So if it was front, ears should be like here, right? Because you tilted your head, it goes up. It's same with the eyes. It's kind of same with the eyes. It's because it's a curve. And here, nose, it comes like below the nose. The ear space is below the nose. Again, if I want a front, it should be here somewhere. But because you tilted your head, it has to be here. And again, when I was learning it, I could see it. I could see from like my head, my face by looking at the mirror also. But I thought like I couldn't like accept it. I could see it, I could understand it, but I couldn't accept it because I don't know. I think it's because I never thought about like this way in my life until I started like learning drawing. What else will be something interesting? Nothing much. I think that'll be all for the things, but like basic things for like learning the human bodies when you're drawing, I think. If you have a question, you can ask me like about like coloring or like other things that you want to know about, or if you don't have a question, we can skip it. We can skip it and do something else. And I like to tell you guys about this because sometimes I do artist streams, right? And I want you to know that like why I'm doing and why I'm drawing like this or like that. And also I told you about deformation, right? And if you know the basic things about these, when you are looking at my drawings, when you are when you see when I'm in drawing, or like after I draw, like when I upload of like shorts of like drawings, or like the star arts uploaded on X, you'll see like difference in like, oh, this part is like same as I've saw before, I heard before from you, but this part is kind of different. Oh, I guess that's like deformation that you made. Or you can watch like when you're watching Japanese animation or like Pixar art, Disney art, you'll see like the difference bit from like the basic things, and you'll see like, oh, these are different. I see they made it this like this because like that, or you know, things like that. So you can know much about art, I guess. And yeah, that was the thing that I wanted to, you know, guys, to know, make you guys much more interesting when you're watching, or like yeah, watching or like reading manga or like watching animations, things like that. I don't know anything about drawing, so I don't know what to ask. Yeah, I guess so. It's like when you know nothing about it, you kind of, I don't know, like don't know what to ask. It's also same with the game. So when you're first time in like playing some kind of games, like I don't know, like Final Fantasy or like Valorant or Overwatch, somebody may help you about like, you can do this like that, like when you're doing this you should do that, or things like that. And people, the teacher, the instructor will ask you, so do you have any questions? And you don't know what to ask because you don't know like, what should I do in like this kind of situation, or like you don't know what kind of situation will be happening when you're actually playing the game, right? I think it's same with the drawing. You don't know what to ask until you start the drawing. I think that's why. That's very understandable. So yeah, that's the thing, I think. Yeah, right. I wanted to teach you guys much more better, like professionally, but the thing is, this is like me teaching for the first time for like drawing, actually. So when I was like when I draw, like I just like when it's like drawing stream, like I'll just like little tips times 2 times, right? About the drawings. So you if you do this, you'll be like this will be like this and that and blah blah blah. And it's much easier than like starting like from scratch, like teaching it, like giving tips. I think giving tips and teaching is kind of really different. And I learned because I used to teach English in the past. Yeah, so it's kind of, I was a bad teacher today, but I hope you understand what I wanted to talk about. And also, actually, I didn't prepare much. I didn't prepare much about. I just wanted to talk about like the knowledge that I know, to tell you guys what I know. It's like show and tell, I guess. I just wanted to, you guys have like more like piercing eyes when you're watching drawings. Because as I said before, like knowing something and watching something or doing something and not doing like something and like doing or watching something is kind of really different. It's like you're watching the classic art. If you know like background of the artist or like background of like art, why did the artist draw that art? If you know the reason, you will understand that art much more better, right? You will understand why did the artist did that or like such kind of like art styles or like color that used, right? So yeah, I wanted you guys to know, have like that kind of knowledge also, because that'll be much more fun to know. I mean, like fun to watch when you're watching it. When you were drawing in Discord a few days ago, I enjoyed it. It sounded like kind of ASMR. Oh, really? That's cool. That's cool. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. And yeah, also, that's the thing. So when I do drawing streams, like you will guys are just watching me drawing all the time, or like I make the stream like free chat topics. So you guys say random things about like what you guys are doing or like what you guys wanted to talk about, and some people will not have like things to talk about at all, right? They'll be just like watching me drawing and like, she's drawing this and that. I see. I guess that's what's happening. But I don't know what's happening, but it's happening. I don't have like some topics to talk about. I'll just watch the screen and do some, watch the stream and see what she's doing, or like I will put the screen on the top and I'll do something else and I'll see what she's doing time to time, things like that, right? So it won't be like, it'll be like studying with me stream or like working with me stream. But yeah, people can enjoy it like that also, but people can, see talk about things they already know about, a little bit of our art, they already know about it, and like talking about it, like, oh, why did you told me that you said like you should make it like this, like eye size, like eyeball size, or like pupil size, like as I said before, like 1/3 of your eyes, but why are you making big or why are you making small? And that could be like, another good topic of conversations, So I just wanted to make you guys much more feel free to talk about like, when I'm drawing, because you have like things to talk about when you know like this kind of things, right? You know what to ask, or if you have like more questions about like what I said before, you can ask me about that too, right? So I wanted to make you guys more how can I say? I don't know. Like, I wanted to make you guys feel more free to talk when I'm drawing. That was my goal. Yeah, I think that was my goal. It's not about like, so I teach you like this. I taught you this, so you next time draw this. This is your homework, and I'll check. It's not something about that. I just wanted to make you guys, feel more comfortable when you're watching my art stream. Yeah, it was something like that. It wasn't something like crazy things. Yeah. Wow. I think it's kind of asked. Yeah, as Lucario said, it's kind of difficult to ask questions. Like difficult to find a question that you want to ask when you know nothing about drawing. So let's move on this questions. Or you know what? Yeah, never mind. Or let me see. Is there like things that I can show? If it will be much more like informative if I could show you like other artists' art, but because every artist's art have copyright, so I cannot show you others' art, but I think I can show you mine. Let me see what I can show you guys. With this and let me see my recent one. I don't talk too much because English is not my strong point. I understand 90%, but expressing myself is a little hard. Yeah, it's kind of understandable. Like when the English is not your first language, sometimes it's really difficult to express your thought or kind of get lost or like blocked when you want to talk about it, something because of one word that you don't know, right? So yeah, I understand. It's very understandable. It's also same with me when I speak in like English or like Japanese. So don't worry about it. You can just try like haha or like oh that's fun or you should go right or left or like I don't know. Yeah, actually you know what? You should go right or left. That's kind of like I don't know. Sometimes it can be backseating, so don't do that. I think it really depends on the situation, actually. Okay, this one also same. What else can I show you? Ouch! This could be also. This one. So I'm picking up like a few drawings that I drew recently, so you guys can adjust what you've learned today into my drawings. What else? I think I can show you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drawings, and we can talk about. But. Give me a minute. I have to use the restroom. Just a sec, guys. Okay, I'm back. Now I'll show you some drawings that I drew. Let's open A4 size. Not related, but I was trying Codevane. It's more hard than it looks. Really? Really? You know what? That makes me feel like I'm kind of good at soul games. I feel a little bit happy. Because I was really bad at the first time. Because as I told you before, Codevane was my first first soul-like game that I ever played. So everything was difficult, and for the first boss for Lies of P, it took me 1.5 hours to finish the first boss. So it was really crazy for me. So you know what? So I saw like other streamers playing that game. Especially I saw Vox Akuma from Nisanzi Ian, and he finished that first boss in 30 minutes, and I was so shocked. And I thought, this can't be true. This can't be true that I'm so bad at video games. I know that I'm bad at video games, but I didn't know that I was that bad. I didn't know that. And also my friend kind of finished it like the same time, like similar times, like less than 30 minutes, I think. So it was like really crazy for me. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it. So this is my last year drawing. And I told you guys that from here, from forehead to, you know, the eyebrow, it's 1. And here should be also 1 to the nose. And from nose to chin, it should be 1, right? But you know what? Actually, it's not 1, 1, 1. So for if his this is 1, this is more than 1. It's longer than 1, and this is 1. So it looks kinda, how can I say? It's okay, but if you want to make it much more pretty, it shouldn't be like this. So we should change the nose length. Like this. A little bit. Oh, sorry. Here, like here, maybe. So if you use this, see the change. The length of nose becomes shorter, right? And you know what? I think we should change the lip a little bit also. What the hell? So now it's 1, 1, 1. From here to here 1, here to here 1, here to here 1. It's much more like feminine style, much more feminine. But if I want to make it much more feminine, I have to make chin shorter. This, if I draw like this will be much more like usual JP or like KR or CN, like Japanese, Korean, Chinese, or Japanese style art when they're drawing like women. If it's like this, it's much more like, something is not that attractive, right? So the proportion is very important when you're drawing. Because if you just change the proportion, like things becomes more like very different. And so, and right now, the neck size is like, from here, the neck size is kinda average size, but let's change from here. I told you that you can make neck size of women much more like thinner than usual. Right now, neck is kind of very long because we made the head size kind of very small now. So actually, you know what? This is kind of like average women's shoulder size. I'd say like it was like 2.0 or 2.5, right? But if it becomes like Asian art style, it'll be much better if it makes like 2 or less than 2. And for me, I like to make it like 2, the shorter size 2 of the hat size. And if we make it the neck size, the thickness of the neck much more thin, it helps you that you feel like it's more feminine. So if you see the difference between from here, this is also okay, but if you want to make it more feminine, you can make it more like thinner of the neck. But you know what? I think that's so much better. I think I have to change the neck size a little bit. I think it should be much more like longer actually. Ah, sorry. And I think I want to, you know what? I want to make head size much bigger. So when you want to, you know, make it like shorter, very feminine, is that like you make it like 2, right? But some artists make it like 1.5. So it'll be like something like, if it's had its size like this, shorter will be, or they can make shorter, like more shorter than the head size. It'll be something like this. And the example of this will be, if you see Anna Aloe from Nidhi Sanziyan or Millie Parfait from Nidhi Sanziyan, they kind of have like this kind of art style. And also, let's upload this for here. I told you that if you tilt your head, turn your head like this, the size of here will be same as the eye from like this size, right? And it's actually same, right? Oh, thank you, Sayat. Thank you. So it actually uses this kind of art style. I mean, like this kind of proportion when I drawing, and the difference between my art style and the average like human anatomy when drawing is, if I was drawing the lips should be actually like this. Lips should be placed over here actually. But I made it like a little bit higher than the average. So I made this length between the nose and the mouth become more shorter. This is my deformation. What was it in English again? So in my country we call it deforme. We don't call it deformation, we call it deforme. I think it came from like Japanese, how Japanese say. And for English again, stylized art style. You know what? That's too long. How about deforme or deformation? It's much more shorter and kind of easier to memorize, right? Anyway, so this is my art style. And what else? What else? So also, if you see here, neck is very, very thin, right? If it was a realistic art style, like real human body, it'll be something like I don't know, like this. The neck should be thick as like this, but my drawing is a little bit thinner than the average. Even though it's kind of really thin, it doesn't like hurt the art. It's okay. And if you look at this hand, the size is different. This one is look bigger because it's toward the screen. It's heading toward the screen, so that's why we make it like bigger. When you're taking a picture and like you make a gesture like this, and if you put the camera like this in front of the character, in front of yourself, and if you make your hands towards the camera lens, this hand will be much bigger than this hand. And hello, Paul. Hello. And also the difference is that I told you that if hat is 1 and from hat to waist should be 1 also, right? But in my drawing, so from here to here is 1. So for me, for my drawing, I made like from hat to neck to be 1. And from shoulder to the waist, the thinnest place to be 1. And from like lower body, from waist to your coochie is also 1. So I have my own deformation from the human anatomy. Even though it's not like same as the human anatomy, it does look weird, right? So what I wanted to say is like, even though it's like exactly same as the human anatomy, if it looks okay, it's okay. And you can see this kind of like deformation like from cyberpunk 20s. No. Is this a game name or animation name? So there is a cyberpunk something and yeah, this is game and cyberpunk runner edge. This is animation, right? Yeah, right. Thank you, Paul. 2077 is game and runner edge is animation. And if you see the runner edge, there will be like various characters, women characters. There will be like a green ponytail lady, and there will be like Cleopatra style hairstyle girl, right? I don't remember her deformation, but if you see her deformation, she had like this kind of hairstyle, right? If I remember correctly, her waist is very, very short. So her upper body is very, very short than the average woman. And you can see the difference if you compare the cyberpunk runner edge between if you see what near automata. 2B has much more similar deformation to average human anatomy. So for Verona Edge, she has very short upper body, but she has like a longer if you compare to between two, but it's more realistic to the average of human women's anatomy. But they made like deformation to the thigh size. They made thigh and hip size. If you see her like thighs and hips, it's very very thick, right? So that's that game's deformation. Also, they have like big booba also, right? That's also deformation. Cyberpunk Edge Runner is an anime set in the timeline before the main game. Ah, yeah, right. I saw the Runner Edge animation, all of them, and actually, you know what? I cried at the end. But for 2077, it wasn't that my type because I really like the Runner Edge story. I'm playing the game, but I haven't watched the anime yet. You should have watched the Runner Edge. You should have watched that. It's a very very good story. It's a very good story. I'm pretty sure that 2077 is also a good game, but yeah, I wasn't like. It was my type. It wasn't my type, I guess. Everyone has like different tastes, so that may be why. But I'm pretty sure that it's a good game because there are so many good positive comments about that game, right? Also, as I told you before about the ear, the ear should be placed from like between eyebrows to nose or eye to nose, right? But if you look at my drawing, because it's mermaids, so it's lower than eye, and it's lower than the nose. So I move it like from top to a little bit to the under. Original place to a little bit under. So even though it's not like same as of basic human anatomy when drawing, it's okay because if it looks okay, it's okay. Your art is beautiful. Thank you. 2077 is a good game, but combat seems complex to me. Yeah, it was so complex actually. So do I upload it on YouTube? I don't know. Maybe if you see it, maybe there is where is it? It's in video section, maybe. I don't know whether I upload it or not, but I was confused at the fighting, so I ended up like not playing anymore. And for if you see it, like the proportion is actually 1. No, it's not 1. Is it? Oh, actually, it's 111. Well, so it's the same as the basic thing, but here there's space because the character is not looking above; it's looking at the screen, right? It's looking at the camera. So when you do the gesture like this, posture like this, and if you are trying to look at the camera, you have to move your eyeballs like this. So that's why. And the other thing, the difference between basic human anatomy is that the length of the leg is different. So the thigh length is actually same as the from head to the waist. And if it was if it was average human body, it should be like I don't know, like half. This is not half. Somewhere like, yeah, from here. It should be the thigh length. It should be around here, but I wanted to make long legs, so it's longer than the average. But still, it's okay. It's a matter of deformation. Yeah. And if you see the hand, one hand can almost cover the whole face, right? So, but I said that for the average, it should be like half of this size. No, actually, you know what? I think I was wrong. I think the half of the size was like women's hand, and the man hand size is actually like 1:1. Same as hand size, same as the face size, the hat size. So, but still, right now the fingers are folded, and even though it's still folded, it can cover the face, right? And if I make it like unfold, it'll be bigger than the head, bigger than the hat size. So even though it's unlike the average, it's okay because it makes the character much more masculine. That's why I made it like that. But as I said before, like a foot size is same as the hat size. This is same. I didn't change it. I think hat size okay. Some men's are big. Yeah. So for like average, when you're drawing, it'll be hand size is the head size. But as I said, like some men are big, right? So you can make it bigger, and if you make it bigger, it means that you're making more masculine men. Is when you're drawing. So I wanted to tell you that, like, even though it's there is a basic guideline, you can change however you want. That's what I was trying to talk about. And over here, so I told you that this is 1:1:1, and actually here is 1:1. It's like half, and it looks kind of a little masculine because her chin is a little bit longer than the usual average female characters. So if I make it like shorter, and maybe and also for a female, you can make lip size much more smaller. So if I change it like this, I shortened the chin size and I made the lips a little bit small. And if I do this, so it'll be something like 0.9 or something. It makes character more feminine. It makes character more like usual female characters when you're drawing. So that'll be the thing. And for here, actually, this is like, I didn't put too much efforts in this drawing, so it's kind of like a rough drawing. She's gorgeous. Thank you. But what I wanted to show you is that the eye is tilted actually. And so if you make it like this, still, so okay, this is like this is like 90 degrees, like parallel lines from like this line to this line and blah blah blah. But still, the eye is kind of, it's actually here's not 90 degree. Anyway, yeah, what I wanted to tell is like it's a little bit tilted, right? And this eye is higher than this one. And it's because I said it before, because our face is curved. That's why when you turn around the head or tilt the head to the side, and the size of eyes is different, and the other side of eyes becomes a little bit higher than the other side of eyes. And you will able to see by your face also if you make a pose, your head pose like this. Yeah, but it's not that noticeable. If it was really noticeable, you will see it like really kind of uncanny. You think that it's kind of really weird, to be honest. Because even though you don't know how to draw, because you saw your face all the time, you see like it's kind of very what's going with this picture, right? So it's not very noticeable. When you like tilt and turn your head to side, you can also see that the distance between like your eyes are different, and the length of your eyes are very different. So even though you don't know why, or even though you didn't notice this before, because you saw your faces a lot when you're combing your hair or like brushing your teeth, or maybe you're doing when you're showering, you'll see the mirror, right? When you're in bathroom or something like that. So you have like that knowledge in your head already. So that's why you feel kind of very weird when you're seeing like something kind of wrong with the drawing. So yeah, so there are like difference between the size and the place. That's what I said before when I was showing guys like the basic things about the art. So yeah, that's for all. That's what I wanted to talk about, and that's what I want you to know about, so you guys can talk about this when I'm drawing. And you know what, actually you guys can teach me, I mean like tell me like if you feel kind of something is very very wrong. I usually don't make it wrong, but anyway, I don't know how to draw, but I think drawing is also okay. This drawing is also okay. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not like I didn't put too much effort to this drawing. How can I say? The quality is different, I guess. Yeah, the quality between two is different. That's what I wanted to talk about. See, if you compare those two. This is more like a fine, and you can see that it has much more efforts in it, right? Than this one. From, like here, or like here. Actually, like here also, if you compare like this part, white part, you can see the difference because I drew much more detail in it, like where did it go? Like I drew much more wrinkles in the clothing. This is much more rough than this, so that's why. And what else? For here, I put the highlight in shade, but over here there is no highlight or shade. And for gold part, I put like much more details in it. Highlight, middle color, shade. Here it has like highlight, shade, and the middle color, but if you see it like in details, it's much more rough, right? That's why this is more like you can see like feel like this is much better than this. So when you're trying to do a commission, like receive commission from like artists, you can see like you can compare with the drawings to see which one is better. Even though you don't know much about it, you will see like easily this one is much better. I like this one better. Things like that. Let's close this. We don't need this anymore. We don't need this anymore. We don't need this anymore. So I guess that's all for drawings. Start a stream for today. It's 12 p.m. No, not 12 p.m. It's 12 a.m. So it's not that late. So what should I do? I want to play a game. What game should I play? Today I'll be playing Liza P, so I don't want to play it right now. How about a bit of... No, it's 12 a.m. 12 a.m. I said it wrong. It's a.m., not p.m. How about little bit of Code Vein or Project Zomboid? You know what? I like Project Zomboid also, but I want to finish Code Vein quickly so I can move on to other games. 9:52 p.m. there. Guess you're also living in like Asia or near Asia, I guess. That may be why. For Australia, I think it's 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. I think. Southeast Asia, I knew it. Like Asia's times are like very similar, you know. I have a Malaysian streamer friend. She's also a VTuber, so I know like Malaysian time is kind of similar to my time. So yeah, I kind of know like the time zones difference, like time difference between my country and like her country. Anyway, so I'm gonna play. Let's play Code Vein, and for Code Vein, I'm gonna make a new stream. Let me check whether I can make new stream without closing this, so I can put the link for you guys. Let me see. Can I make waiting room now? Oh, I think I can. Right now it's 12:24, so Australia time zone is earlier than my country time zone, I think. Yeah. So it'll be like, right now it'll be 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. AEST, I think. And there it's winter now. The weather, the seasons are opposite from Asian country. So 2024 means get 2030. And do this. Save. Will it be updated? Is it gonna be updated? I think it is. I didn't change the stream title and the thumbnail. I have to change it. I'm gonna play Code Vein after this, so waiting room for Code Vein. Let me check this. Okay, waiting room updated. So I'm gonna end the stream and I'm gonna open the new stream, and you can wait my stream at the link that I pinned, the message I pinned. This is a new room for the Code Vein. And that's all for today. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I hope it was very informative for you guys, so that we can talk more about when you're when I'm doing art stream. And I'll see you in about like 4 minutes at the Code Vein. So thanks for watching again. I hope you guys see in the next stream also. And I'm gonna end the stream over here and reopen the stream. So yeah, see you later. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.